It's so crazy, it's so absurd that there you are, you're creating a negative reality for yourself, you're creating a Godzilla, a negative narrative, a negative story, and then it's getting bigger and bigger, weighing you down more and more, having you revert and reverse and digress and depress yourself. Listen, we have a choice. It's a clear-cut choice to choose the positive narrative that we want, the one where life is great, life is good, and even when things happen, you say that's good and you get to finding the good within it. Listen, if God's taking something from you, I want you to realize that it's been taken from you for a reason, because you've asked for something, and therefore that needs to be taken away for God to give you that thing. And so when you ask for something, never have traveled that road before, then you don't know what's involved in it. You don't know what needs to be taken away. And so you just need to be obedient and realize that something out with your control has happened, taken away, something unjust. It's actually benefiting you. All right? So stop making up these negative narratives in your mind. Decide to let go, let God, and just get on your way with the daily process and earning your own pride, earning your own self-respect, and showing up with the narrative in your mind that you want. That's exactly how you're going to evolve from that situation. But unfortunately, most people decide to stay in suffering, decide to stay within the suppression of their expression and become depressed because they're choosing a negative narrative. You get to choose the narrative. If you've taken anything from this, you choose the narrative. What is the emotions that you want to run with daily? What is the feelings that you want to run with daily? What is it you want to create daily? You get to choose that. Listen, in the beginning there was a word. First off, keep it. In the beginning there was a word. Second off, what is a word? A word with a past association is a picture. A multitude of words is a multitude of pictures in the mind that create a movie of the mind. And so what movie are you creating for yourself? Are you creating the imaginary monster and making it real? Because whatever you see and whatever you focus upon is real and true to you. What are you focused on? Because remember, your reticular activating system and your servo mechanism is going to work to delete and distort and eliminate everything opposed to what you focus on and bring to your attention and awareness and into your physical and mental and spiritual reality, everything that's in harmony and alignment with what you focus on. Don't focus on red cars. You got to notice red cars. First thing you thought about, you didn't take notice of the don't think, you just focused on red cars. See red cars. You've got to see them everywhere today. You're welcome. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what is the reality that you want to create? If there's something that you're experiencing in life just now that you don't like, decide not to. It starts with a decision to be disciplined and looking for what's good, what's great, what's phenomenal about this. It's your choice. How do you want to feel? Look at your beliefs. What do you need to believe about yourself, about the situation, to believe that, well, that's real. The Godzilla is real that you created, the imagination in your mind. What do you need to believe that the opposite is true, the positive is true? Because either one is true, being whatever one you focus on is true to you. Look back at all beliefs that you used to have, that you fought for, that you were so rigid in, that it was true, that you look back on now and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? And again, if something's happened, something unjust, something out with your control has happened, just say, that's good. And get to looking for the good in it. And just get on with your daily process anyway, because if you allow that little hurdle, which is to be expected, by the way, to knock you off, to set you back, to decide to lower your energy, then it's done its job, right? And so it's just there. That's good. Look for the good. Listen, if you're in business, you know that it's your ability to handle stress that is where you're going to take your success, right? And so if you just get really raw about it, then you allow that to burden you, to weigh you down, and that's what your life's going to look like, weighed down, burdened. Imagine you look for what's good, what's great. that's going to be the quality of your life. So what is the quality of life that you want? Is really what I'm saying. What is the quality of life that you want? Because the quality of your life is the quality of your emotions, the quality of feelings, the quality of the story in the movie that you're playing in your mind. And so you can have all the money, all the fame, you can have the best relationship, you could have everything, but the quality of your mind is the quality of your life. And so you could have everything that you first thought was impossible or didn't think would happen, but there you got it. But your thoughts and emotions are to the contrary, then you're not going to enjoy that. You're not going to see that, because again, your several mechanism and your reticular activating system is going to work to prove you're right. And so you're right. You've got everything, but you don't see it. It's deleted and distorted that. And you're just focused on what's going wrong, what's not right, what's not there, right? And it's a pretty selfish place to be, because you're only focused on what you lost, quote unquote, what's quote unquote less than, or what's quote unquote never going to happen. Everything's to do with you, me. And so if you start to looking at the bigger picture, what is it that you truly want? What value do you want to give? What value can you add to yourself to be more, to do more, to give more, right? Because that's what it's all about. It's all about being so valuable. You allow that overflowing cup to overflow into others round about you. You can't come from an empty cup. In fact, you've not got an empty cup. That's a perception. Your cup's full. And so it's up to you to keep filling it with more and more and more, so you can overflow into others. That's it. Know the universe is always serving you. It might not seem like it in the time, in the present moment, but it's always serving you. And it's always serving a higher purpose, either to have you engage more with your spiritual self that you've been neglecting, or to gift you therefore that, that thing that you were asking for, but God just had to remove a lot of things to bring your focus back down to, and create a pressure that's going to have you start asking better questions, doing the thing that you had to be doing to then get the thing. You understand? And so have faith, full faith that God always knows. Realize that we know nothing. God is all knowing. He doesn't know all, right? We don't know all. We know nothing. Me know nothing. I know nothing. I'm open to learn. Also open to learning that when you leave the phone over at the windshield when it's a really hot day, that the phone overheats all the time. I've done this quite a few times. See, you need to be open to learning, but taking note of and not doing it again and not repeating it. And so what are the mistakes that you're repeating over and over again? That's a choice. Ignorance is a choice. And so start to apply what you're learning, start to evolve from where you are, realise that you have what you deserve, because you might argue that fact, but let me tell you why. We have what we tolerate. We have our standards. Our standards are our standards are our standards, and so we get what we tolerate. And so what you're tolerating that you should no longer be tolerating, and then just let go of your ego. Let go of that pride, being the opposite of prideful living. Pride is in I know it all, because you don't know it all. In fact, the one that knows it all will stop learning and therefore dying, and it will never evolve from their current set of circumstances that they created. So there we have it. And so what's the circumstances that you've created that you don't like, and it's time to evolve out of? Decide to evolve yourself out of that. Decide to realise that you need to earn that evolution out of that. But it takes a decision, and it takes a decision to decide that, you know what, my way's not working. How about we get to letting go and realising that this is good, creating a great narrative in the mind, a narrative that's the attributes of God, that's always seeking for the bigger, better, brighter and bolder way of living. It's always looking for the more efficient, effective and proficient way of executing, the bolder way of executing. And just getting to that fact, the attributes of God, to evolve, to grow, to expand, to multiply. That's it. To think and act as Christ. Realising that faith is action. You can't say you're faithful if you take no action. That's inaction. That's no faith, right? And so faith is action. But what action are you taking? To the contrary, to the evolution as God. Remember, you've got your own free will, so you can choose whatever you want. You could decide not to listen to me, but if you listen to me, you're going to realise that not? The time's going to pass anyway. Let's just focus on evolution. Let's just focus on what it is that I want to create. And if you're playing that negative narrative, realise that you're choosing that negative narrative. So choose the other narrative. And if you want help with it, I get it. That's why I believe so strongly and firmly in mentorship and coaching, because people have lost trust with themselves because they have went off course, and so they don't trust themselves, so they can't trust themselves, and so they do need a little bit of guidance along the way. And that's what we're here for, to unclip the wings, to unburden you from your own burdens, and to clear the way, to be the light, to be the way for you, so that you can be the light and the way for yourself and for your people. That's what it's all about. You can learn to trust yourself again. You can learn to be full of pride again. Make every decision from that of the individual that you're proud of. And that'd be such a wonderful place to live. I'm going to leave you with that. Make every move from pride. Make every move from that's good. No matter what it is, take responsibility for the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, even if it wasn't your fault, even if someone did something malicious. I want you to take responsibility for the way you view it. See it as that's good. What is this teaching me? And then, well, just get to moving on from it, because staying stuck within that moment is going to get you nowhere, and it's going to regress you and prove you right. Right? Remember Job from the Bible? He focused on the other way, and so it came true. There was another story about looking back and being cast into a statue or something like that, because you're a pillar of salt. That was it. Because you're looking back. God doesn't look back. God is with or without you. God constantly breathes life into you, but is always evolving for you. Is always creating for you, because if life's not growing, it's dying. You just need to look to nature to prove that point. And so, where are you evolving and growing? Because if you're not, you're dying. If you're cutting yourself off, you're dying. Remember, ignorance is a choice. Prideful living is a choice. Choose wisely. Anyway, expect and demand greatness. I love you. I'm proud of you. God bless.